Visualize that Baba has left his supreme abode. Early morning, he has come down and delivering a beautiful Murli in front of us. Visualize that all of us are sitting at the Diamond Hall where Bap Dada is in front of us. And he has come all the way to talk to us. So let my intellect be clear and plain so that I catch whatever Bap Dada has for me for today's day. Om Shanti. So today we would be reading the Murli of 22nd March 2013. This is the Murli of Holi, and Baba has mentioned three things in the headline. With the awareness of God, Bhagwan, the creator of fortune and fortune, remain constantly cheerful and make others cheerful. So Baba Tata is mentioning us to be cheerful and make others cheerful. Let everything wasteful be the past. Holy. Holy means it happened. Whatever has happened and become holy, pure. So holy and holy, that is pure. So Baba has spent a lot of time in debriefing what the fortune Baba wants us to remember and why he wants all of us to be always cheerful. So these are the two main things which Baba has mentioned. And Baba then tells us that we often use the word sometimes. He always wants us to use always. Whatever has happened. Now let's become pure. So let's start. Today Bap Dada is pleased on seeing the fortune of all the children. The sparkling star of the greatest fortune is visibly sparkling on everyone's forehead. Everyone's forehead is shining. Let us create that vision that our forehead is shining with the sparkling star, that is I, the soul. Along with that, the sparkle of the versions of knowledge is visible on their lips. Such a beautiful smile is sparkling on everyone's lips. A sparkle of the image of being merged in the love of the Father, the comforter of hearts, is visible in each one's heart. So where all Baba sees the sparkle, first he has seen our forehead, then he sees the lips, and then he also sees each one's heart. All the three places he sees the sparkle of. The first place he sees the sparkle of the greatest fortune, that is at the forehead. Second, he sees the sparkle of versions of knowledge, because we use the mouth for giving knowledge. And he sees the image of being merged in the love of Father. So that is the third thing he sees in each one of heart. The sparkle of the treasures of knowledge is visible in everyone's hands. So treasures of knowledge, okay, that is what he sees in everyone's hands. The sparkle of multimillionaires at everyone's step. Kadamo mein padam, which Baba always mentions. Such a great fortune is sparkling with much sparkle. Just think of how much great fortune was created. The Father, the bestower of fortune, himself created that fortune. The bestower of fortune himself has created your fortune. So you continue to be happy on seeing your fortune. Do you not? Wow, fortune. You continue to look at your fortune every day at Amrit Vela. Hmm? So this is one abhyas which Baba is giving us, that are we seeing the fortune at Amrit Vela? This is the time Baba wants us to check. Hmm? What is our fortune? So even today, since I read this Murli last day, I was checking that all this fortune, whatever Baba has mentioned in the first paragraph, how fortunate am I? Hmm? The confluence age is the age of creating fortune. Bap Dada sees and continues to be pleased on seeing every child's fortune. That is why it is sung. If you want to see the fortune, look at the fortune of the God's children. All of you are so happy on seeing your own fortune, are you not? What images, what emerges from your heart? Wow, my fortune. Seeing your own fortune, you have enthusiasm for other souls. You also have mercy, but you have enthusiasm for the fortune of each one of the souls, each one of those souls to become bright too. Hmm? So first thing Baba asks us to see our fortune ourselves. In addition to that, he also tells us you have enthusiasm for the fortune of each one of those souls to become bright too. Bab Dada saw that everyone has attained fortune, but that you experience the happiness and bliss of that fortune number wise. Hmm? So, although we have fortune, he asks us to experience happiness and bliss because that is what is number wise. The faces of many children are visible as being full of fortune. To such children, even the father says in his loving form, "Wow, fortunate children, wow." Do you experience happiness? Nod. Do you? Acha. Wave your hands. Wow. Bap Dada has told you many times that the father checks all the children as to whether they are constantly embodiments of fortune or sometimes. Hmm? So this is another checking point Baba asks us whether we are constantly embodiment of fortune or sometimes. Those of you who feel that you are constantly fortunate and continue to make others fortunate, raise your hands. Even those sitting at the back are raising their hands. Bap Dada is seeing you. Congratulations. The face of a fortunate one will be constantly happy and will have the fortune of happiness. Okay, so now Baba is mentioning what is the symptoms or what is the outcome of we constantly being embodiment of fortune. So first one he says is the face of a fortunate one will constantly be happy and will have the fortune of happiness. So each one should check to the self, did I remain happy natured and feel the fortune of happiness from Amrit Vela till night? Hmm? So this is another checking point. So first Baba asked us to check. Hmm, where is that point? It's over here. Look at your fortune every day at Amrit Vela. So first he asks us to check at Amrit Vela, and now he tells us even to check until the night whether we are remaining fortunate. Hmm? So feel the fortune of happiness from Amrit Vela until night. So two times he asks us to check. Your happiness should never ever decrease. Bab Dada has seen that some children remain happy natured such that others also change on seeing their face. Today, Bab Dada wants to take back one word from the children. Are you ready? Are you ready? Raise your hands. If you will give that, you will not take it back then. Raise your hands. Raise your hands after thinking very well and carefully considering it. Some children say to Bab Dada, I do remain an embodiment of power and happy nature, but only sometimes. Bab Dada does not like this word sometimes. Okay, so Bab Dada is again highlighting this word always. Many times he mentions this, that he does not like this word sometimes, because the father has deep love for every child. The father does not like the word sometimes. Hmm? So again, he did not associate hatred with this word sometimes. He doesn't like. He is mentioning that Baba loves each child. So if you see, since he has deep love for each and every children, and that is the reason he doesn't like this word sometimes. You should always see as being equal to father. There are such children too, but the father wants every child to be constantly flying in happiness, to be constantly smiling with spirituality and also making others smile. Hmm? One second, I just missed that page. Okay, so as I get the page, let us quickly check hmm, how happy we are. How is the level of our happiness, especially today at Amrit Vela? When we got up, what was our happiness index? Okay, so Bob Dada mentions that those who like the word always, hmm, let me take a two sentence before. Do you like this? Do you like the word always or sometimes? Those who like the word always are one, are that practically raise your hands. Those who, those at the back, wave your hands because today you have come to celebrate Holi. Have you not? Holi means that which has already happened. Baptad is mentioning the meaning of Holi. Holi, that means which has already happened, and that is which is past. The future is always elevated and will always remain so. Each child has had the thought, I am with the Father and will always remain with the Father. Bapdada is also pleased. Bapdada does not like to be alone. He likes to be with all the children. Bapdada has said many times, never lose your happiness. He has even told you there is nothing else as magical as happiness. You know this, do you not? Everything else decreases when you give it. But when you give happiness to someone, will it decrease or increase? Therefore, each happiness will constantly continue to increase. Never let it go then. Anyone who sees your face should see it to be always happy natured. Again, one action point Baba is giving. Everyone who sees your face, hmm, everyone who sees your face should see it to be always happy, happy natured. Situations do come. What does Kalyug, the Iron Age, mean? Why do you call it the Iron Age? Then would be there would be conflict and suffering, and that is why you call it to be Iron Age. Do you not? However, what do we have to do it then? Transformation. Do not get caught up in the situations, but transform those situations and remain constantly ever ready for service. So, you constantly remember your fortune. Do you not? By remembering God, Bhagwan, hmm, again, this is the headline which we read. By remembering God, Bhagwan, the creator of fortune and fortune, bhagya, your face will constantly be cheerful, and anyone who sees your cheerful face will become even more cheerful. It's very natural that if we remember Baba and we remember the fortune, Bhagya Vidata and Bhagya, automatically our face will remain constantly cheerful, and anyone who sees our cheerful face will also become cheerful. Today, Bab Dada is reminding all the children always remain cheerful and make others cheerful. All the children have arrived in Madhuban. Bab Dada saw that some even had to sleep in tents. Whenever we had a lot of children coming at Madhuban, since there was limitation in accommodation, many children were given tents. Those who were sleeping in the tents, raise your hands. There are very few. They are at the back. Acha. While staying in the tents, did your happiness disappear or were you happy? Those who were in the tents, raise your hands. Did you remain happy? Someone even sitting outside. The children, the child, that is Dadi Gulzar, went on a tour and they were staying at many places. However, Bab Dada says to them that they are staying in Bab Dada's heart, the comforter of hearts, Dilaram, and your heart, the comforter of the hearts, was sleeping with you. You cannot tell anyone now to come. You have to welcome them. But anyone in a tent have any difficulty? Anyone who had any difficulty, raise your hands. None of you is raising your hands. On behalf of everyone, those who are in the tents will receive a multi-million fold right to the world of happiness and peace. Okay, so see how Baba cheers even those who didn't get accommodation in a room or some building. So Baba Dada mentions that those who are in the tents will receive a multi-fold right in the world of happiness and peace. They are very courageous. Baba Dada saw that you have love for the Father and that because of that love, you do not experience any difficulty. However, there must, of course, have been some difficulty. Bap Dada is pleased. Welcome. You have come. Welcome to your home. Now perform this wonder. This is a wonder of the power of tolerance. And thanks for that. However, for the fortune, each one of for the future, each one of you has love for the Father, and the Father also has love for the children. So the Father feels that at the very least, each of you children should be like Father. Brahma in your renunciation, tapasya, and service. Do you agree? You have to follow Father Brahma. Are you ready? Raise both your hands for this. Very good. Congratulations. Now, all of you together have this determined thought. You are ready. Are you not? Baba is also going to ask you to raise your hands again and again. Baba has the faith that the children are good. Sometimes there are some obstacles in your efforts, but your intellect has firm faith that Baba and you are combined and will remain combined. Did Baba speak correctly? Not. So again, the faith what Baba is asking us to have, that Baba and you are combined and will always remain combined. Did Baba speak correctly? Not. All of you who have come from your places, mentioning each one's name and bringing your face in front of him, Baba is giving each child a blessing. Whenever any situation arises, something that according to the law should not happen but does happen, then at the very moment, remove it from your heart and give it to the Father. The Father Himself will take care of it. You know how to give it? Do you know? Do you know how to give it? Not to show that you know how to give it. You know how to take. So, do you know how to give it? Today is Holi and you have come here to celebrate Holi. Have you not? What is the meaning of Holi? Holy. Whenever any situation takes place, it was in the past. Do not keep it to your heart. The gift of Holi is that whenever any wasteful situation arises, just let go of it. Okay? What is the gift of Holi? Whenever any wasteful situations arises, let go of it. Holy. It was in the past. Constantly do holy. Let it be in the past and become holy. That is pure. One is Hindi and one is English. There are two words. Do holy and become holy. Make a promise in your heart that you will never lose your happiness. Can you do this? That you will never lose your happiness? Those who can do this, raise your hands. Those who are those who have made the promise, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations from Baptada's heart. Acha. What have you made for Holi? Have you made anything? Hmm. Then it is the turn of UP, Banaras, and West Nepal for services. Baba talks to them. Welcome to your home. All of you constantly have this thought. I definitely have to become the same as Father Brahma. Follow Brahma Baba. When you have any task, then check whether Father Brahma did that. Hmm? Another practical action point the Baba is asking us. When you have any task, then check whether Father Brahma did that. You have a list of those points. In those 10 points, see what the things are that Father Brahma did. You have to follow Father Brahma. To all of those groups who have come, Bapdada is giving you special congratulations. Bapdada saw that each group has a lot of zeal and enthusiasm for definitely doing this and demonstrating it. Each group has such power that they can demonstrate this by doing it. Bapdada is giving each group Many congratulations. Bab Dada is also blessing each group to continue to move forward in every subject of service. Bab Dada is giving all the groups these blessings to move forward. You have come last, but will go fast. You have this courage, do you not? You are good. Bab Dada is seeing that you have zeal and enthusiasm. Bab Dada is pleased that each group is returning from here having filled themselves with zeal and enthusiasm. If you have this zeal and enthusiasm permanently, you will definitely show wonders. Bab Dada is seeing all the groups as those in whom there is hope and who are victorious. Bab Dada is giving each and everyone the blessing of their good wishes and pure feelings. So that day, five wings came to beat Papa, that is rural development, medical wing, transport wing, administrative wing, and youth wing. Bab Dada saw that each wing is moving forward in service with a lot of zeal and enthusiasm, and that you also receiving success in service. That is why, however much service you have done while being hopeful, you have done that well, and in future too. You have zeal and enthusiasm. Make the highs emerge today. Emerge now. That list has not yet come. Varis list, which Baba always asks. From the time that the wings started functioning until now, many good ones have come into relationship and connection, and Baba Dada is congratulating you for that. However, if any higher quality souls have emerged, then bring them in front of Baba Dada. Baba Dada saw that the service is good. No one steps backward in service. You are moving forward and Baba Dada is pleased. You have become busy. Each one of you is making one program or another of your own. Even now, whenever you had the program for Shivratri, they were good and the result is good. You had big programs and also small programs. Delhi and Mumbai had big programs and you did it from your heart. Baptita is congratulating them. We have a couple of Baba meeting Nizar Bhai, double foreigners, and Baba is also meeting teachers and some VIP guests. And then Baba meets Dadis, Dadiman Moini, Rukmani Man, and the three senior brothers. Hmm? Then also Justice Ishwar Bhai has come. Is not come, rather the news is being given by Nirval Bhai. So let me read towards the end. Someone tells to Baba that the facilities of science are good, but obstacles also come. Because a lot of time things don't work. Hmm. Then Baba answers to that. Beautiful answers Baba gives. This is not our kingdom. And so there will be certain things that happen. Meet together and create a method to deal with things. Whatever has been created will definitely move forward. Hmm. Increase everyone's zeal and enthusiasm and service. There are small centers also doing big ones. Hmm. Because this was a time when a lot of science, many things were happening, like lots of websites and things were happening. Even people were thinking of the Godlywood studio. So Baba always gave some of the other directions to the seniors. Then someone asked Baba, what newness should there be in service? Baba mentions, bring the newness of bringing closer those who come. At the very least, they should become students. Those who only come sometimes should increase their contact with you. They should want to come. Such should be the result of those who come. Now they come, say it to be good, and go away. Now bring them close. At the very least, even if they do not become students, they should become those who come, those who meet, and who listen. At least they should listen to the Murli. Then someone asked Baba, can we have the topic God has come? Baba answers, you can have it, but give them something. Do not just say that Father has come. He has come. This is said with some reason. Topics such as, when someone tells Baba, topics such as inner peace, inner harmony, etc., can be chosen. You can have any topic, Baba now answers. Nevertheless, sit together and discuss it. You can find many topics by sitting together. There was a new website, learnmeditationonline.org, has been created where anyone can take the meditation course online. If everyone has passed it, then you continue with it. It is done well. This is a beautiful website. It has 7 days course as well. Not the traditional course that like we give in at centers. It is 7 days only meditation thing. It has commentaries and things like that. And anyone throughout the world can access it because the content in it is very much neutral. Beautiful website. If you all have not gone through it, you all can go it get through it today. Learnmeditation.online.org. If anyone has passed it, then you may continue with it. Bapdada is pleased. Whatever has been done is beneficial. A garland of 11,000 grains of pre-fruited rice will, with Om Shanti written on each one of, was presented to the Bapdada. So let's pause here. We have towards the end of the Murli. Let's reflect for a minute and then we can start churning. Om Shanti. Okay, Om Shanti. So, what does Baba has for us today?
Om Shanti. Baba says if you are cheerful, the cheerfulness will be visible through your face. So that's what I carry home today, brother.
Okay, and how will that be visible from a face? I mean, of course, it will be visible by the eyes, but what will make our face cheerful? What is it that I would want to do today, which will always keep me cheerful?
I would remember Baba and take him as my companion throughout. That's what I would like to practice as one method for being cheerful. That's all, brother.
Perfect. Even Baba mentioned that in the heading itself, that awareness of God, that is Bhagya Vidata, the creator of fortune. Baba also added to that fortune, Bhagya. Sometimes just remembering Baba might not uh, serve the purpose. Often Baba, even in Sakar Murli, he says that बाप और वर्ष को याद करो. So I sometimes used to wonder that why does he put that thing Varsa in between? Just remembering Baba makes us happy, but to constantly become happy, Baba always uses the two words Bap and Varsa in Sakar Murli. Here he has used the word Bap as Bhagya, Bhagwan as creator of fortune, and Varsa he has mentioned as fortune, that is Bhagya. So it did not be just Bhagya of Satyu, but even whatever we have got uh, in Sangam Yug. He has listed a couple of things which he sees in each part of our face in the first paragraph. Does anyone recollect that? What does he see in our forehead, lips, heart, hands, step? All of those things he wants us to reflect. I'll just share once again. Here, Baba mentions that he sees the greatest fortune sparkling in everyone's forehead. So I was just wondering, when Baba sees this fortune in our forehead, how would I be seeing? Suppose if I meet any Brahman soul, rather than, or anyone for that matter, rather than reflecting that this soul is such and such, or this soul had said to me something, which, of course, if I think that way, I will not be become cheerful, which Baba wants me to. So I see that person's forehead, and just like Baba sees my forehead, that how fortunate I am. I can have that same thought for that other soul. Wow, this soul is fortunate, hmm, just like I am, and that probably could get cheerfulness in my on my face. Another way Baba told us that sparkle of versions of knowledge is visible in their lips. So when I am talking to anyone, am I talking with them with elevated cheerfulness, versions of knowledge, or I carry myself with the gossip or talk to them the worldly things the way the other people do? Because again, that can cause cheerfulness reduction if what I speak is not the versions of knowledge. Versions of knowledge might not just be restricted to what Baba says in Murli. It could be anything which empowers anyone. That is how I take this. Then with the heart, he asks us to be merged in the love of Father. Then sparkle of the treasures of knowledge is visible in everyone's hand. Hmm. And the sparkle of multi-million at everyone's step is visible. If I want, I can elaborate on a couple of these points as well. How will you do that with your hands and with every steps?
Can we elaborate on the hand and the feet bit of it?
Yeah, that's what I asked because I already elaborated on a couple of them. If anybody would
Yeah.
like to give a try, how does how can I
So what
sparkle?
I can relate with hand here is hand
Mm-hmm.
is the instrument or uh, with which we do a lot of our work. So while we are doing work, we do it as a in remembrance of Baba, considering that I'm a limit and I'm trustee, and this is Baba's work. So all karma that I do with my hand is in the service of the Lord. That is one thing which I was getting while Baba mentions that your hand has also reflects a sparkle that you are a Brahmin child or a Baba's child. So, for
Yeah,
example, if I am even cooking in the kitchen, my that whole action of cooking is in remembrance of Baba.
wonderful.
Also, um, excuse me, brother. Also, I guess Baba might be hinting us in writing our own ideas and feelings and the inspiration that we are getting from Baba. As many children have written Babas, many children have written so many books and they're really so filled with knowledge and wisdom that inspires a lot of people. Maybe that is what is being hinted again here. The treasures of knowledge is visible in everyone's hands.
Yeah. Another way to look at it as that we do karma with our hands, right? So may that be karma relating to myself, like preparing food, or it could be even at the workplace. I'm doing some work for my clients, for that matter. For example, I might write so many emails throughout the day if my job is on the PC. So whatever I do, any email which I write or anything which I mention, is that empowered with knowledge, treasures of knowledge, is that visible? When Baba is asking us treasures of knowledge is visible in everyone's hands, of course that doesn't mean that my hand should carry those treasure test chests, which is a big khajana or some coins or something like that. Of course, he has a subtle meaning to it. So when any actions which I perform, is that action giving some benefit or giving some upliftment to the other soul? So since I do a lot of email writing in my job, or I might deliver some files. So as I send those emails, am I having this feeling that I'm giving some comfort, some benefit, some happiness to the other soul? Not just the task which I'm told to do or which I have to do. If I feel that with love or with whatever empowerment which I have to give, probably that could help other uh, get this cheerfulness. And the other thing which I could think of, sparkle of multimillionaires at every step, kadmo mein padam, which Baba mentions. So if I have a thought that wherever I go today, may that be in the market to a grocery store just to buy something, I might I make sure that, like, I should make sure, or I can make sure that every person, wherever I'm going, my presence should bring that cheerfulness, should bring that happiness, that someone has come who is filled, not just a ordinary person to purchase something. So wherever I go, each step, wherever it takes me, maybe to someone else's home, to my office, to the shop, I can bring the treasures. Har kadam mein padam, like wherever I go, just like dadis, wherever they go, people just look at them. Oh wow, some angel has come, and their presence itself makes people happy. So this is another way we can look at the treasures being spread through hands and each step.
Thank you, brother.
Anything else which we can reflect from today's Murli?
The word sometimes, where Baba says he doesn't like the word sometimes, and always be in the remembrance of constantly or always. And he connects this with the celebration of Holi. That is a point we can reflect.
Yeah. So two things I think I mentioned this while reading also. Uh, the tools which Baba mentions us to remember our fortune at the time of Amrit Vela, and also later he tells that uh, we should feel the fortune of happiness from Amrit Vela till night. Okay, so the tools he gives us to check maybe constantly or at some equal points of time how happy we are. And while checking, he told us that if anything would happen, because Baba also knows that things, situations may come which will pull our happiness down. So he gives us two good words, holy and holy. So whatever has happened, holy, which sometimes Baba mentions as a dot, full stop. Because if we keep on remembering that, our cheerfulness will go away. Hmm. So holy, that means it has passed away, and now I am holy. I'm purest of purest. So let that thing don't impact my purity level. जो हो गया सो हो गया. And now I just focus that no, I am a pure soul. I am a cheerful soul. I am filled with treasures. And again come back to the present. So very beautifully Baba has connected that with word in Hindi holy and holy in English. So this is something which we can use in our daily life. Like some situation coming, someone didn't have a very beautiful conversation with us on phone. As soon as I complete the phone call, I just speak to myself, holy. Okay, done. I am a holy soul, and I just become cheerful. So this is something which we can practice today. One take hope that any situation which comes, which pulls down our happiness, I just speak to myself. Okay, holy, full stop. I am a holy soul. So such words, such statements can help us, revive, get out of that situation, and our face can be ever cheerful. What do you all think?
Yeah, that one moment of catching and surrendering, holy so holy. Let's put a full stop, as you rightly said, that is a constant practice. And being agile and aware at that moment is what I'm taking on.
Yeah.
It's a magic word for me, brother. Today, I really liked it. Since a couple of days, I've been wondering because being following the Brahmin lifestyle, we would and still working outside. There are certain requirements of the society as well, such as joining them in parties, giving them company when in certain family situations. Sometimes your priorities are different. Liking the Brahmin lifestyle, I was wondering because it was hinted to me as well that you have not been participating in events, you've not been getting along with friends. Though I never had such a feeling, but my priorities were a little different. I was wondering that yes, there has been an absence in few situations, and I have been ruminating about it. But now this word is really powerful, holy. It makes me feel cheerful. Thank you, brother.
Okay, thanks, Baba. So let us spend some time in reflection. I focus at the center of my forehead. I'm a sparkling star. I'm a soul filled with all the treasures which Baba has given me right at the beginning of my Brahmin birth. I'm in this awareness wherever I go today. May I be meeting people, may I be meeting my family members. Wherever I go, my forehead is sparkling with the treasures which Baba has for me. Whatever I speak, whatever I talk, it is filled with the knowledge, empowerment, love, empathy. Whatever actions I perform, each action is filled with the essence of the treasures which I have got from Baba. Wherever I go, wherever my legs lead me to, I purify the vibrations of that place. I cleansify the negative atmosphere and open a chest of treasures for anyone who is into that ambience. While doing so, it could happen that I come across a difficult situation, a difficult conversation, a mistake. It could happen. But as soon as I realize that something is wrong, I will tell to myself, Holy, I am a holy soul. Whatever has happened, it has happened, no problem, full stop. But now, as I realize this, I am a holy soul. Let that cheerful face be constant because Baba loves me from his heart and he wants me to be always cheerful. So I'll remember the slogan, Holy, I am a holy soul. As soon as I come across any difficult time, and once I remember that I am a holy soul, I again start spreading the knowledge, the treasure chest which Baba has given me. Om Shanti. Okay, thank you everyone for joining. Have a wonderful day. Have a holy day. Om Shanti. Good day.
Om Shanti Praful Bhai, Om Shanti
Okay.
Divine Family, and we meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.